Hi everyone and welcome to Pollensa. This video is part of a series of videos I've been doing about Mallorca, and a lot of people, they ask me how is Pollensa actually in winter time, because they don't know very well if Mallorca is the right holiday destination for them in winter. And like I always like to say, Mallorca is a great holiday destination all year round, just not for everyone. In summer you can come here for a sunny beach holiday, but in winter it's much more about the cycling, or like retirees like to come here to chill and relax for a couple of months, or if you like to do sports or things like this. But in this video a lot of people ask me how is Pollensa in winter, so we're having a look around Pollensa and how things are here in the winter. And if you're watching this as a live stream and you have any questions about Pollensa or Mallorca or how things are here on the winter, or you're planning a holiday to anywhere in the Canary Islands or Balearic Islands, just ask me and I'll try to answer it right away. If you're new here to the channel, my name is Yves. I run this channel and also a website called checkedholidays.com, where you can find all my holiday advice. So even if you're not watching this live tour of Pollensa, you're watching this in the replay, you can always go to my website checkedholidays.com, where you can find all my holiday advice about all the islands in Spain. But a lot of people said you have to go to Pollensa, show us how things are there, so I'm doing this now. And you have to do the 365 steps, of course. If you're not familiar with this place, there's like 365 steps up to the top of the mountain, to the Puig or something is called. So we're gonna do those as well, and someone even promised me an ice cream if I was gonna go up there, so he better stick to his word. Let's see if everything is up, good and running. Write me something in the chat if you can hear me well, if you can see me well, would be much appreciated. There we go, thank you. I can see you, I can hear you well. As you can see, this place is open. I'm filming this in 2020, so it's a little bit different. We all know 2020 is a little bit of a different year, but still pretty similar to the way I remember it from when I was living in Mallorca and in other winters. So we're gonna walk now to the town square, where normally it's a little bit more busy, and there's some bars and restaurants, and the club and stuff is there. For people who are from Pollensa or live in Pollensa, they all know the club. It's like this famous place that's been there for many a year. Where you can have some drinks, where you can sit outside and just meet like the local people and things like this. And if you live in Pollensa or you're part of Pollensa, you can have some discounts there and things like this, and be part of this club. And they organize a lot of like events for the people from the town here. So, but once more, if you have any questions about Pollensa or any of the places in Mallorca or any of the other islands, just ask me and I try to answer them straight away in the chat. Quickly want to check the battery life if we're good. Yeah, we're quite alright. And for people who don't know Pollensa, a lot of people from that are not Spanish, they like to buy properties here. So this whole street is basically just a real estate agency before we come to the town square. This is one real estate agency after another. Here's the club Pollensa.
they have to have their sons and their daughters first. So I'm okay.
What temperature is it there this time of year? Looks lovely weather. Yeah, it's quite nice. It's a little bit windy today. I think it's about 16 or 17 degrees, something like this. And this is basically the heart of Pollensa, the old town Pollensa, not the Puerto Pollensa. We just made a video in Puerto Pollensa. Now we're in the old traditional part of Pollensa. So you can see, you can sit outside, you can have some drinks, you can have some food on the little terraces and things like this. So it's very nice weather. And Pollensa actually in winter is quite a lively town. They have loads of like events and concerts and things like this normally, but as I said before, it's 2020 now, so things are a little bit different, as we all know. It's not like normal, and a lot of these events sadly have been cancelled. They have some really funny ones. If you're here in winter, definitely Pollensa is a place you want to visit, because there's they carry down they cut down a giant pine tree somewhere in the back of the town, and then with the entire town they carry this like 30-40 meter long pine tree here through the streets to put it up. Where is it? It's here on the left. Like in this little thing they put it up. And then they climb it, and then they're supposed to get a prize from the top. It's kind of insane to see in the winter, because yeah, it's like they climb higher than the church there without any protection or anything like this. So they fall. So and these are the famous Calvary Steps, and we're gonna go all the way to the top. So it's 365 all the way to the top, and then we come back and see a little bit more of the town. But people asked me if I could come to Pollensa, show them how it's like in the winter, and also do the steps. So I can use the exercise, so I can do them. So let's start. And especially in summer, if you like to come here on holiday, there's like loads more restaurants here and there, but now it's everything a little bit more closed down, because there's also less tourists here and things like this. But I'll show you more of the town later. For now we're heading up a little bit up the stairs, because someone promised me an ice cream if I came to the top. Okay, I definitely have to lower my mask a little bit to do these steps. And also in winter, at Easter, they have this quite strange event. It's quite a bit of an experience. They have all these masked people coming down the steps, and the crowd stand on the left, on the right. Everyone has to be very, very quiet, don't say anything. And then they come down here to the church with Easter. Very nice town, Pollensa, because they have a lot of nice traditions. So also in winter, normally they have a lot to do and see here. So it's quite understandable that a lot of people, especially if you have a little bit more money, you like to buy real estate here. This is actually what the last job I did before I went full time with this with the YouTube thing. No, actually the second to last job. I sold real estate here in the north of Mallorca. I didn't like it very much. It's quite a weird world. A lot of backtalk and a lot of like lies and backstabbing and stuff, so I definitely did not like it. If you are looking to buy real estate here, just write me an email and I'll hook you up with the right people to help you. IVE@checkedholidays.com. So IVE@checkedholidays.com. Well, it's not easy to talk and climb these stairs at the same time. Let's take a little break. Someone asked, did you meet anyone famous? I met a lot of famous people, but they were just not famous to me. So I only found out afterwards, like, oh, he does like the news on UK TV. So I didn't know. Or he's like a talk show presenter or this kind of thing, but I don't know these UK famous people. So from there, these weird creepy statues are new here though. There may not be ice cream when you get there, lol, but I know there may be a friendly skinny cat that lives up there. I think it belongs to the owners of the little shop to the left of the church. Okay. I wanted ice cream. People promised me ice cream. Someone wrote that he would not want to live here in his senior years. Well, oh, you maybe mean with old steps. Yeah, but there's not really. Everything is down in the village. You don't have to take these steps all the time. Otherwise, it's quite nice here. Like a lot of people with money, they like to buy here houses and real estate. A lot of these older townhouses, they buy them and make them very modern inside. So that's a good thing because they keep it looking like a traditional town, but on the outside. But on the inside it's really comfortable and a high standard. So, jeez. Where's the ice cream they promised me? Yeah, with the steps in, you're definitely going a lot quicker than when I did it. I ended up cheating and taking on the road to the right. Yeah, it's quite alright. So these are the Calvary Steps, if anyone asks you. In Pollensa, the Calvary Steps are these one. And as I say, they do the Easter procession down here, which definitely, if you're in Mallorca around the time they do it, come and see it. It's quite impressive actually. Strange but impressive. So here, is this the cat you're talking about? Pretty sure that's the cat they were talking about. I'm not too big a fan of cats though, so let's go here to enjoy the view a little bit. Yeah, well done, Eve. Well, thank you. I did the steps. As I promised that I was gonna come and do. I had some problems with the camera though today, but I just installed the update and now everything should be fine. What happened here? And from here you can see the whole of Pollensa basically. I just let you enjoy the view. Alcudia is over there, far away in the distance. This is a Puig de Santa Maria. You can walk up, have a nice view over the north from. Just trying to figure out where Puerto Pollensa is. I think it's over there somewhere. So let's take the steps down then. Show you some more of the town. Actually quite interested. There's the last house I sold was one of these fixture up projects here. Maybe I want to walk there and see what they made of it. They got it really cheap. So let's walk back down. I just fix my shoelace for a second. And the camera. A virtual ice cream I'm getting. Yeah, let's go back down and walk a little bit more to the lovely nice streets of Pollensa. You find it harder going down? No, the down part is easy. And up there, the mountain on the other side, there's like a monastery. Even if you want, you can go up there and sleep. And spend the night in a nice and quiet place. But also, if you're coming here in summer, definitely a place I can advise is to come to Pollensa. in the summer it's also much more lively than it is now. Yeah, I also think these statues are kind of weird. Someone wrote that I think the statues are kind of creepy. Yeah, I do agree. They were not here before. I don't know what's the deal with them. Most likely some local artist or something made them. But kind of weird. But if you're new here to the channel, know as long as we are live, if you're watching this in the live and you have any questions about holidays to Spain, you can just ask me in the chat and I'll try to answer them. If you have any, you're trying to book your next holiday, as a lot of people do in January. If you have any questions about where to stay, what to do, where to go, where not to go, these kind of things, just write in the chat and I'll try to answer your questions. If you're not watching this live, then you can always go to my website at checkedholidays.com, and there you can find all my travel guides for all the islands in Spain, which one's best for you, where to go, what to do, what not to do, the best beaches, all this kind of things. It's quite tricky going down indeed. That's better. Is there an easier road to take from Palma to Alcudia, or is it just the main busy freeway? From Palma to Alcudia, that's the fastest one, definitely. There's other roads you can take, but they're not going to get you there faster, and they're definitely not easier. It's only the freeway to Alcudia has only been there maybe like 10 years or something, or even less. Before it only been to Inca, and then they extended it quite a bit further. So that is definitely the easiest way to get here. Nice little bar. Can we go for a very well-deserved ice cold beer, please? Yeah, we can do it in a second. No problem. Let's explore a little bit of the town first. to show you a little bit how Pollensa is in the winter. It's definitely a lot more quiet as you will normally find it. But as I say, Pollensa has a lot of fun events in the winter, so definitely have a look at that if you're traveling to Mallorca in the winter. Definitely have a look at the events calendar, because there's loads of fun events you can join in Pollensa. Okay, come on, Butterstock, no problem. It's actually been maybe 5 or 6 years since I was last here, so let's not get lost in Pollensa. Go down here. Have you seen anyone you recognize? No, I'm trying to avoid those streets at the moment. I will go and say hi later to them, but at the moment when I have all the weird cameras and stuff strapped around me, I'm trying to avoid the streets where where the people know work that I know and things like this. So yeah, Pollensa, I worked here for 1 or 2 years or something like this, so I know quite a few people here. It was an interesting job in working in real estate, but it wasn't really for me. This way. As I say, it's quite a special world, the real estate business. So if you're planning on buying real estate in Mallorca, just write me an email, ive@checkedholidays.com, ive@checkedholidays.com, and I'll hook you up with the right people who can help you and will not rip you off or scam you or things like this. And in summer, definitely all of this is bars and restaurants, and also on this line, so it's a busy, active town normally, but now it's much more quiet, as you can see. Christmas decoration up. Here's ice cream. Yeah, come back later. I'm just gonna get my little map out because otherwise I'm afraid I'm gonna get lost maybe. I lost the chat for a second, so I'll be back on the chat in a second. Okay, there we go. Hola, ¿qué tal? So, some familiar faces. So for the girl, that answers your question. And here also, like another one of these wintry events here, they have like a, they do it really good actually. I'm not a big fan of Halloween in general, but they do like a big Halloween trail or whatever you want to call it. You go in here and they decorate everything and they have actors and stuff, so it's really quite worth it. Definitely a place I could advise. See if we can show some more of it. So here in the north, the more lively towns, you can even get some oranges here, you see, in the middle of winter. The more lively towns in the north of Mallorca are definitely Sa Pobla and Pollensa. They have all the big events and happenings and things like this. So if you're looking for something to do here in winter, definitely have a look at the calendar for these towns, because they have a lot of it. Anyway, people had been requesting a tour of Pollensa and to see how it is in winter. Well, now you've seen it. I hope you enjoy this one. Definitely go and check out the other tours as well if you're interested from the winter in Mallorca. I've been to Alcudia, Playa de Muro, Campicafort, and in the next couple of days we're also going to go to Palma Nova, Magaluf, Playa de Palma, and these kind of places. If you like to see more the summery touristy destinations, then you can also find those on my channel, or you can see the live streams from Tenerife, where I was a couple of weeks ago, where it's a lot more lively this time of year because they have the more typical summer weather. So hope you enjoyed this. Have a look at any of my other videos, or have a look on the website checkedalldays.com if you want more holiday advice about Mallorca or any of the other islands in Spain. Hope you enjoyed it.